everyone! So I'm actually cycling at the moment, and it was like a realization that happened when I was cycling home. And usually I would take the same route as always, but this time it was like, well, let me actually try a different path. Let me see where this one is gonna take me, or if it's shorter. And I had checked on the map that it was like slightly the same, but I didn't know the actual traffic on that route, and especially here in London, it's good to try to go over the cycling path because they're usually less busy. So yeah, and that's what I did. So it was really cool to try this new, like it was a completely different neighborhood. I've never been there, I've never cycled there. And yeah, and eventually I arrived to where I was supposed to be, but this was, it made me think about the tendency that we may sometimes have to always do this thing the same way, and using the same routes or things that we know, that we're familiar with, but actually not looking at why would we, just a moment, why, and take a moment to look as to why we would take always the same route and not experience or not going through a different one. And what I saw was actually there was this point of fear of thinking, oh, what if I get lost? Or what if something happens on my bike? Or simply this uncertainty because it was a new place. And in our lives we also tend to do the same, where things that we know, we get discomfort, which is actually a discomfort, but we don't see it yet. But once we try the new path, what happens is that we probably always, or most of the time, we see, oh, why didn't I try this before? Why was I taking the longer route or the busy route? Because the one that I took today was definitely much pleasant. There was almost like a cycling route all the way, and then I came to the park, so it's actually a really nice journey. And I would have missed if I was completely obsessed with the normal way of doing it, or the way that I've always done, the normal path for me. And now, like even in a new neighborhood in London, I came to discover. So that was a really cool kind of realization for today. So check out where you're doing things the same way always, or simply because of the habit, without questioning yourself why you're doing it. And see if by answering that question, asking that question, if the answer is, well, it's because I don't know, or fear of get lost, or anything like that, then just for a moment stop those thoughts, stop those fears, and realize that you are going to be the same person taking the new route or the normal or the old route. So that means that if you were familiar before, why don't you feel familiar and comfortable in the new route? What is that? What is the resistance to the new that you think you have to kind of follow and be like that all the time? Because there's so much that we are probably missing in our lives. Well, to begin with, in ourselves, but in our lives and things we do, because there's this attachment to what we know. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best for us, but it's just all we can think of. So yeah, I'll definitely recommend going through a different route. Try that for yourself and see where you're taking yourself. Basically, you're creating your path, right? Alright, enjoy your day and see you next time.